hanging out with Adam Sherwinski, and we are here for Ask Your Meteorologist. Welcome back to ciLiving.
Yes, and I'm going to have you ask me. We're kind of asking each other kind of questions, right?
We are. This is still a getting to know you. So,
yeah.
Adam, how did you get into meteorology?
Well, most people might know this. Maybe some of our viewers already know this, that when I was a kid, I was actually deathly afraid of weather.
Oh.
I got to a point where, as a kid, you're kind of initially afraid of weather, but I got to a point where I was so scared of severe weather that, like, the mention of a severe thunderstorm, the mention of a tornado, whether it's past, present, or future, set me... just got to me. So I had really bad anxiety with it, with my storms. I mean, had to go see a therapist and everything.
Oh, wow.
It was a rough time growing up, and got picked on for it. I got to a point one time. I got so many stories. There was one time where I think kids were making fun of me at times. They were saying, "Oh, it's gonna rain, Sherwinski. Are you gonna get scared?" I'm like, I know it's gonna rain. Like, I'm not scared of that. It's everything else. So I had really bad anxiety with storms. So when I got to about fifth grade was really bad, but when I got to about 6th grade and 5th grade, in between a little bit in 5th grade, but more so 6th grade, we went to the library. I'd open up a book, and it was about tornadoes, and I was like, I'm gonna face this fear, I'm gonna learn about it. So, the old strategy, know thy enemy. There you go. And so I learned more about severe weather, and I remember one time, it got so stormy out, I was like looking at, the National Weather Service website, NWS Chicago, KLOT, and I was looking it up, and I was looking at the radar, and I was like, I could get paid to do this. I could sit here and get paid to look at the radar. And so there's that. Plus, I also really like TV. Like, growing up, I've watched way too much TV as a child.
Okay.
As some, millennials do. But especially some of my friends growing up here, too. But yeah, I just really got into TV. I got really into science. I've always been into science. Always loved animals. Always loved nature and paleontology. And you don't know this, but I'm like the dinosaur guy around here too. If you got a dinosaur question, I'm usually the guy to answer it. So yeah, in the morning show we kind of established that pretty quickly. But no, so yeah, I just kind of got really into it that way, and it was the time to decide what are you going to do for your future.
Right.
What are you going to go to school for? So I went to Valparaiso University. But before I made that decision, I went, well, I'm going to be a teacher, or am I going to be a meteorologist? And I became a meteorologist.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Allosaurus. That's
okay.
offhand. I know that one. Allosaurus fragilis, to be exact.
That was quick, yeah.
Yeah, see?
I like plesiosaurs because I am an ocean person, so I like the water dinosaurs.
Fun fact, those aren't dinosaurs. Those are reptiles.
What?
Yeah, see, I blew your mind there.
Marine reptiles?
A marine reptile.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I just learned something. I love it.
And so I'm going to ask you a question now.
Okay.
So you're back here in Central Illinois, or back in Illinois. You grew up here, right? A little bit?
Yeah, so I was born in Ohio. Grew up in the northwest suburbs of Illinois.
Okay.
And then moved around a lot. Ended up in LA most of my adult life after school. Went to college in New York, and then, yeah, now I'm back.
So the big question is, how much do you like the weather, or what kind of the differences between weather between being in California, sunny California,
yes,
and here in Central Illinois?
So far, the weather has been mild, which has been nice.
And unusual.
But it has rained a lot. It has rained a lot more than I was expecting, because it hardly ever rains in California.
If you came here during October, it's pretty dry, so that was kind of the weird thing, too. It was pretty warm as well. But we're happy to have you, and
thank you.
We're happy to see that you're enjoying the nice fall transition season.
Very much. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was nice chatting with you. And if you have questions for Adam, you can ask a meteorologist. Just write in a Sherwinski at WCIA.com.